Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Friday morning. That's always a good thing. And it's Nugget of Truth time with Pastor Matt. And it is Nugget number 35 already. So, Nugget 35 says this: It is sort of foolish to be anxious or discouraged before the story or event is over. At the end, we will see how God was at work in every situation and every disappointment. And I guess the thought is that when you're in the middle of something, there's a lot of emotion that is often a part of the situation, and that emotion can really kind of dictate what we think is truth. And it's not easy, but it is good and advantageous to have a perspective that says no matter what's going on, the story's not over. And I mean, the first story that pops into my head is the story of Joseph, who sat in a jail, an Egyptian prison for a couple of years. It would have been real easy for him to think that his story's over, but obviously it wasn't. It was just the middle or even the beginning in some respects. So when you are caught up in a bad situation, remember the story's not over. And our daughter Anna is a senior this year, and I think a lot of us have a special heart for the seniors in high school. Their prom was canceled, and their graduation is going to look very different. It's going to be a virtual graduation instead of everything that was going to happen at the Giant Center. And she was crushed. I mean, a lot of the seniors are just really crushed. And I tried to console her by saying, they're going to have a party this summer. They're going to have some sort of celebration this summer. And who's to say we won't look back on this years from now and go, man, it was kind of neat the way that all worked out. So not to dismiss her disappointment, but the story's not completely over just yet. And so I hope that you find some consolation in that, especially if you're in the middle of a difficult situation. Your story, the story, is not over yet. And like they're showing replays of basketball games and football games because there's no live sports. And the funny thing is, how the game is going to end. So if you're watching the game live and your team is down by a bunch of points, it'd be easy to get discouraged and a little, distraught maybe. But now you can watch the same basketball game and you know that your team's going to win, you can kind of enjoy it because you're not just caught up in the moment of them being down so many points. So your story's not over. The story's not over. So it's true for situations, but it's also true for bigger stretches. I need to remember this too. I get kind of caught up in current disappointments and frustrations. I need to remember the totality of my life is not wrapped up in us not owning our own home. That might seem trivial to some of you, but we'd like to have a house, and so that frustrates me sometimes and discourages me. But that's not the totality of my life. That's just this season. So the story's not over. So don't be frustrated. Don't be discouraged. You're just in the middle of your story. All right. Thanks so much. Take care. God bless. Have an amazing weekend. Bye-bye.